The Alaska SeaLife Center's Rescue and Rehabilitation Program is the only permanent stranding facility for marine mammals in Alaska. The primary goal of the rehabilitation program is to provide housing and care for ill, injured, or abandoned marine mammals and rehabilitate them for release back into their natural habitat.
The process of rehabilitation starts when a concerned citizen calls the 24-hour Stranded Animal Hotline to report an animal that might be injured, sick, abandoned, out of range, or deceased. Rehabilitation staff, volunteers, or members of the public observe the animal for a longer period of time to determine what might be wrong and what course of action should be taken next. If an animal appears to be in distress, it is captured by trained individuals and transported back to the Alaska SeaLife Center's Rehabilitation Department for treatment.
Upon arrival, each animal is given a thorough physical examination so that any wounds or other abnormalities can be identified. As part of the examination, blood is drawn and other diagnostic samples are taken and sent to our in-house laboratory for analysis. The results assist the veterinary staff in determining a course of treatment. Marine mammals arriving at the Rehabilitation Center may be suffering from bacterial, viral, or parasitic infections. Each new arrival is placed under quarantine for a minimum of 14 days, or until tests come back negative. This means that each marine mammal patient cannot come into contact with another animal, either directly or indirectly, because we do not want to risk transmitting diseases from one patient to another.
After the initial examination is complete, animals may require a variety of treatments such as administration of antibiotics, subcutaneous fluids, and wound care. Our patients are usually dehydrated upon arrival, so the initial feedings are designed to rehydrate the animal with electrolytes and sugars. The most effective means to provide fluids and nourishment is through tube feeding. A long, flexible tube is inserted into the stomach, and large syringes administer the liquid. After rehydration, seal pups are fed a specially designed fish formula high in calories and nutrients.
As the pups get older and their condition improves, they move into their own outdoor condo equipped with a private swimming pool. The process of weaning is started and whole fish is slowly introduced into their diet until they are eating entirely solid food. Eventually, the pups learn to eat fish on their own with no assistance from humans.
After adapting to a diet of whole fish, the seals are moved to a larger pool where they can interact with each other and compete for food. Once seals are placed in the graduation pool, they rarely see their human caretakers. Fish is fed to them through fish cannons, which are a series of tubes with water flowing through them that allow the staff to put fish in one end and have it shoot out into the pool from the other end without being seen or heard. Before an animal is determined to be ready for release, it must meet certain criteria. Each patient must be healthy and free from known marine mammal diseases before release. A final physical exam is conducted before the animal is released to ensure that it is completely healthy before returning to its native habitat.
Each release candidate must have achieved a satisfactory weight. Marine mammals rely on their blubber or fat to keep them warm, as well as to provide a source of calories when food is scarce. The animals must also be behaviorally competent and able to feed on their own.
Prior to release, each animal is tagged with an identification number. The blue tag is placed between the webbing of their hind flippers and has a number on it, which will identify the animal if it is sighted in the wild. A remote satellite tracking device may also be attached to help determine where the animal travels once released. The transmitter typically falls off about a year after release when the seal begins to molt.
Finally, the animal is released back into its natural habitat. Whenever possible, it is released in the same area it was rescued from in order to maintain the genetic continuity of the area. Release days are very rewarding for the staff and volunteers who have worked so hard to help a marine mammal become healthy and strong.
If you would like to know more about the Alaska SeaLife Center's Rescue and Rehabilitation Program, or to find out how you can help, please log on to www.alaskasealife.org and click on Rehabilitation.